Weather Channel Evening Edition continues.
Hello and welcome to the Weather Channel Evening Edition. Thanks for making us a part of your Thursday night. I'm Jennifer Lopez.
And I'm Warren Madden. Paul Goodlow taking this Thursday off. Springtime's the most volatile time of the year, and for good reason. Cold, dry air, warm, moist air, they're in a constant struggle to dominate the nation's weather. Tonight, the seasons, winter and spring, are engaged in yet another battle, with the eastern seaboard as the battlefield. Overnight rain swamped Fayette County, Pennsylvania, leading to flash flooding. Fayette County is southeast of Pittsburgh. Besides brilliant lightning, bone-rattling rumbles of thunder, these storms unleashed some incredible amounts of rain. Some places picked up between 1 and 2 inches in just a few minutes. Indian Head Creek overflowed its banks, forcing Route 88 to be shut down. And unfortunately, there is more rain in the forecast for your weekend. Now, fortunately, a thick deck of clouds has acted as somewhat of a buffer in New York City. Has protected you from the severe weather to a certain extent. Some showers did manage to sneak into Manhattan earlier today, but no big deal here. The showers will stick around through the evening, so if you're headed out late to grab a bite to eat or maybe some milk for the morning coffee, bring your umbrella.
The severe weather that raked the Midwest the past couple of days is now long gone. And while lightning, thunder, and hail are no longer issues, the wind still is. The winds have been howling in Cleveland, Detroit, Chicago, and Minneapolis. Street signs were rocking in the high winds that whistled through Minneapolis today. In fact, gusts reached nearly 50 miles per hour. Temperatures struggled into the upper 40s, but the windy conditions and even light rain sure made it feel a lot colder. And it's hard to believe it's spring in North Dakota. Just look at the snow residents had to shovel in Devil's Lake, that's just west of Grand Forks. Some people enjoyed the winter-like weather by building snowmen, but you're done with the snow for now. But the chilly temperatures are here to stay tonight, as the mercury is going to drop below freezing. So find something warm to curl up to.
In tonight's forecast Earth report, an iceberg the size of Chicago was broken off in Antarctica. The National Ice Center has confirmed that an iceberg broke off from the Ross Ice Shelf, which is a large sheet of glacial ice and snow which extends out from the Antarctic mainland into the southern Ross Sea. This new iceberg has been named C-18, roughly measures about 220 square miles.
Well, it's been quite a stormy day across much of the east.
That it has, and there are still some problems out there. Let's check the latest now with Carl and Kristina.
And all the active weather has been along this boundary from the northeast and right on back into the southeast. We'll start you off in the northeast, and notice this warm front here. That's as far as the very warm and humid air got, and for that reason we really didn't see a whole lot of active weather in this cooler, drier air here. Some showers are now moving through New York, and you could see some storms overnight and into tomorrow along with the boundary itself, but things would have been a lot more active in the mid-Atlantic region had we seen this warm air work farther northward. Only 60 right now in Philly, but 77 in the Tidewater. There's a look at the northeast. You can see the showers and storms here extending through New York and right on down into Pennsylvania, and you might see some morning showers in Boston, and it should turn out to be a fairly nice day, and it will be on the breezy side. Farther southward, we still do have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect in parts of Virginia as well as into North Carolina. Some very big storms have been moving through southern Virginia, and they're now right around the Tidewater, and you still could see some hail or damaging winds, certainly very heavy rain and frequent lightning in some spots, especially right here around the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay. We can follow that front back down into Georgia and the Carolinas. We had some showers and storms in Atlanta earlier tonight. Now just a few lingering showers, and you'll see more of that tomorrow. We think a fairly wet day in Atlanta and maybe even a few thunderstorms toward the afternoon. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s. And finally, we take you into Texas, and we've got storms here in the western part of the state, central part of the state, and they have been severe, so you want to watch out for large hail and damaging wind along with these. And a quick check on temperatures: 83 now in Houston, 81 in New Orleans, 82 in Brownsville. You got up above 90 in Brownsville today, and that is 19 days in a row in Brownsville, Texas. How about the Midwest? Kristina?
Well, we are seeing some fairly quiet weather across the Midwest, although it has been a very blustery day, and we've even been dealing with a little bit of snow across northern Minnesota. Most of that snow has been fairly light and not a lot of precipitation. It's been chilly, and again, it's been pretty windy for you, but we're not expecting any real measurable precipitation throughout the region. Winds are still gusting 20, 30, 40 miles per hour or more, especially up around Duluth, so it's still a blustery time and a little bit of a chilly time for you. You're at 46 right now in Minneapolis and 48 in Green Bay. Those temperatures are going to drop overnight, and frost advisories are in effect here from South Dakota over into Iowa. What sort of weather can we expect a little farther east over into Detroit? Well, tomorrow morning it looks like you'll have again a little cool start to the day, around 45. It's going to be awfully windy too, and highs getting up into the 60s, so a little windy and a little cool at times during the day. Back to the west, things fairly quiet here too. We do see some clouds around and a little light rain falling in parts of Washington and Oregon. Nothing terribly widespread at this point. 53 in Seattle, 55 in San Francisco, and 62 right now in San Diego. Well, now let's take a look at tomorrow's forecast tonight.
As we look into Friday, we will be looking at a chance for some scattered showers and even a few thunderstorms to come into portions of the southeast. This is where that front will be stalling out as we go throughout the day tomorrow. Meanwhile, across the plains, winds are going to be picking up and also going to be windy in through the southwest. And finally, another active area will be in through the northern Rockies with a chance for rain and snow and even a few isolated thunderstorms in the evening into Salt Lake City and across the Great Basin. Let's take you through tomorrow night, and again, that front is going to still be pushing southward, not moving very fast, so unfortunately not getting in on the rain in Florida, but across the southeast coast we could be finding some scattered showers by tomorrow night. Then into Little Rock, over into Oklahoma City, a chance for some scattered wet weather for you, and there's the chance for the snow to continue across western Montana into the Tetons as well. As far as your temperatures overnight, we are in store for some cool weather. It will be on the chilly side across much of the Midwest tomorrow morning, with 30 degrees into Minneapolis for the start of your day. But then by the afternoon, plenty of sunshine found across the Midwest, and we do warm up quite nicely into the 60s. And the winds that we had today here across the Great Lakes in the upper Midwest, they are going to be found in the northeast. So gusty winds around Buffalo over into Albany, New York, also around Boston, with some morning showers right across down East Maine to start you off on Friday. In the southeast, this is where we'll find the chance for some wet weather all the way from Charlotte to Columbia, over into Birmingham, and a few showers and thunderstorms into Little Rock as well. Meanwhile, in through the Midwest, a much warmer day here and not as windy as it was today. Maybe a little bit of gusty winds coming into Detroit. The winds will be a problem, and the dry weather will also be a big concern in through the southwest. Look out for some wildfires, perhaps in New Mexico and Arizona.
Currently, the temperature is 61 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Your extended forecast.
For the sixth day in a row, severe thunderstorms are rattling nerves and windows. Today, the action has been in the northeast and across portions of the south. But yesterday and overnight, clusters of severe and tornadic storms beat up the nation's heartland. The National Weather Service investigators say they will determine within 24 hours whether today's early morning damage in Centralia, Illinois was caused by a tornado or strong winds. The deadly storms ripped through this mobile home community in southern Illinois during the pre-dawn hours. They reduced the homes to rubble. 2 people were killed and at least a dozen others were injured.
I get a distraught phone call from my wife telling me that our house had been destroyed from a tornado. Our 5-year-old son helped her grab our 2-year-old baby that was underneath a dresser.
The storm destroyed 12 trailers and 1 frame house. 5 other homes were also damaged.
Illinois wasn't the only state that took a direct hit from the storms that raced across the area during the wee hours of Thursday morning. Ohio also got slammed. High winds are being blamed for substantial damage in Gallia County, Ohio overnight. Officials say damage estimates could run as high as $5 to $6 million. Minor damage was also reported in Wilmington, southeast of Dayton. Another facet of this story is the extremely heavy rain that's fallen, and we've just seen cluster after cluster of very heavy rain and thunderstorms rolling across the region during the past several days. And as a result of that, we've just seen tremendous amounts of rainfall here, ranging from Missouri eastward to West Virginia. Up to almost 6 inches of rain has fallen since Monday morning in Terre Haute, Indiana.
Well, many times on the Weather Channel, you hear us talk about tornadoes in the Fujita scale, but exactly how does it work? We'll tell you next.
My whole family's on America Online. I write my mom a lot. She has AOL.
I get to share pictures with my sisters.
My brothers are on my buddy list. It's like a community.
I keep in touch with my grandparents.
Keeps us connected. It's the best thing we ever did.
America Online, so easy to use, no wonder it's #1.
So, Vanessa, like my new phone? Sleek, huh?
Yeah, Ving, it's different.
All the latest features and big buttons.
Yeah, Ving, but don't you think it's kind of...
Did I mention big buttons?
Now get up to 4 Nokia phones free with activation, plus your 4,000 minutes on 2 lines for just $55 a month. Plus only at Radio Shack, get up to $120 in gift cards.
Adjustable headrests.
Hope that's only a call.
I love my phone.
Radio Shack.
We went on a Disney cruise with Mickey and Goofy. I had my own club and my mom had a mud bath with Daddy.
The ship had a great spa. That's not funny.
And guess what? At the island, Captain Hook was there.
You just get back?
That was a year ago.
That was my baby brother. His name is Joe, but Mom calls him a little souvenir.
Obviously, we all had a great time.
Disney Cruise Line. Come discover uncharted magic.
Want laundry as fresh as the mountain air? Try Sierra, the fabric softener with...
Hi there. Want the bugs out fast? Call the man. Your Orkin man. At 1-800-800-ORKIN.
Unsociable host or unbearable allergies? When seasonal allergies keep you from enjoying the things you do, Allegra can help. Only Allegra has fexofenadine, so unlike many other antihistamines, it won't make you drowsy, and Allegra gives you 24-hour relief. For people 12 and older, side effects are low and may include headache, cold, or back pain. Talk to your doctor today about Allegra and get back to your party. Non-drowsy Allegra, real relief for real living.
The system responsible for today's severe weather in the east is the same one that wreaked havoc in the Midwest yesterday. A dozen tornadoes were reported on Wednesday from Texas to Minnesota and into the Ohio Valley. We also had widespread wind damage and large hail. This tornado dropped out of the sky in Gallia County, Ohio yesterday, and someone with a home video camera caught it on videotape. The storms roughed up some parts of Ohio, leaving behind a trail of damage. In one area, 20 homes were destroyed and 3 people ended up with minor injuries.
Since the early 70s, tornado strength has been rated on the Fujita or F scale from 1 to 5. But what about severe outbreaks prior to 1971? How were they rated? That's the focus of tonight's Weather IQ.
A viewer asks, how accurate are the F-scale ratings on tornadoes before 1950? I've heard that the tri-state tornado of 1925 was rated F5. The F-scale accuracy is about plus or minus 50 miles per hour. The F-scale was devised in 1971 by my PhD advisor, Professor Ted Fujita of the University of Chicago. It rates tornado intensity on the basis of the damage the tornado produced on a scale that goes from F0 to F5, with F1 beginning to show some roof damage, F3 some walls are demolished, and by F4 the house is rendered into a pile of rubble, F5 blown away. The wind speeds are estimates. Before 1950, the tornadoes had to have been rated on the basis of pictures and news accounts. There were lots of accounts and even some damaged video of that tri-state tornado that was the longest and deadliest in United States history, 219 miles and 695 deaths. Up to 9 communities were partially demolished by this tornado. That tornado wouldn't have been so bad today because we have Doppler radar to produce much better warnings. That's tonight's Weather IQ. I'm Dr. Greg Forbes.
Thunderstorms are still firing along a powerful cold front that's carving its way across the eastern seaboard.
Who's going to get next? What next? And what are the main threats from these storms? We'll have the latest coming up on Storm Watch.
But first, here's a look at Friday's forecast for Kansas City. Wet weather moving in by the afternoon with highs in the mid-60s.
Out of your humdrum existences. The atom becomes the flower, becomes the ox, becomes the man. We all must change. The world needs change. You, sir, you must change.
Chevy Avalanche, the only vehicle that changes from an SUV to a pickup. There's also a Motor Trend's 2002 Truck of the Year.
Thank you. No, thank you.
Chevy Avalanche, like a rock. What goes on in children's minds? Who's to say? The everyday is their inspiration, and everything becomes their stage. Like their imaginations, nothing's off limits. Except the between the glass blinds from Pella. They'll always be protected, just like the princess and the pirate. Between the glass blinds from Pella, viewed to be the best.
Your local Pella window and door store has quality replacement windows on sale now. Stop in today.
Pella, who knows it's not just home improvement, it's life improvement. Pella, viewed to be the best.
And that, there's something in it for you.
Want a better garden? Get better fertilizer. Better yet, get a better plant. Proven Winners plants are hand-selected, tested, and found to be more colorful and vigorous than other plants. So you get a more beautiful garden without all the hassle. Proven Winners. A better garden starts with a better plant.
Purchase Proven Winners products at a retailer near you.
Hi, this is Bill Cosby, and I don't want Jim Cantori's job. I just want to wish the Weather Channel happy 20th birthday.
Join us for a 20th anniversary special this Sunday at 8 Eastern and Pacific.
Today we are asking ourselves a lot of questions. Esteban, the lights. Mr. Foley. Questions like, where will I go from here? What do I need to get there? Will I have help along the way? As we stand on the threshold of a bright future, there are answers, and the folks at Dell have them. They'll help you figure out exactly the PC that's right for you, all at a price no scholar can debate. So I say to you today, Carpe Dimension, seize the Dell!
Call or go online now and get a Dimension desktop for just $749, featuring an Intel Pentium 4 processor that delivers awesome performance for today's digital media, music, photos, gaming, and beyond. And for a limited time, you get a free CD burner or DVD upgrade. There's great deals on notebooks, too.
Steven, keep the line moving.
Easy to buy, easy to own, easy as Dell. Dell PCs use Intel Pentium 4 processors.
Now, here's your local forecast from the Weather Channel.
Currently in your area, 61 degrees under partly cloudy skies. Forecast for your area. expect a chance of thunderstorms on Saturday and Sunday. And on Monday, expect a chance of rain.
Hello, I'm Marshall Seas. Tomorrow morning on Your Weather Today, we'll show you where the rain may slow down your commute in the morning. And if you're heading to the beach this weekend, we'll have the forecast for beaches around the country. Join us in the morning from 7 o'clock to 10 o'clock Eastern on Your Weather Today.
Well, things are calming down in a good part of the east, but now we are seeing very strong storms in Texas, and we have new watch areas to talk about. Let's go ahead and get into that. And there's a quick look at your forecast for the Midwest on Friday, and it should be a beautiful day across a good part of the Midwest. There's the current map, and in the northeast, our front is moving through, but notice, if you will, that this warm front has not moved a whole lot, and because we didn't have a whole lot of very warm and humid air ahead of this boundary in the northeast, we did not see very much in the way of very, very strong storms. We had some pretty strong storms earlier today in western parts of New York, and we also saw stronger storms in south central Virginia, where we did have that very warm and humid air, and in fact, there is still a severe thunderstorm watch in effect here in southeastern Virginia, and still a few big storms in those areas, now well past D.C. and Fredericksburg, and also down into